right, today's date is the 8th, right? June 8th. Wow. So, here's our formula. It's called the law of sines. Okay, the law of sines. It is, when you see an angle, you have an opposite side. See an angle, you have an opposite side. It's all about opposites. You see that? You have an angle, it's opposite side, an angle, opposite side. So the law of sines is simply this. Opposite side 1 over sine of theta 1. All about opposites is equal to opposite side 2 over sine theta 2. That's it. It's even easier than sine, cosine, and tangent, isn't it? That's the formula. So, of course, let's make sure we write this down. There's no hypotenuse, okay? There is no hypotenuse because it's not a right triangle. Not a right triangle, okay? So if that's the case, let's take a look at example 1, okay? In example 1, let's give it a name. I don't know. Grace, give me any name. Need a 3-letter word. Doesn't really matter.
Car.
Car. I like that. So triangle C-A-R. Okay, good. So then that means that this would be side little c, and this would be side little r. Okay, good. Now, what we need to do is solve it. So when I look at triangle car, let's get the easy stuff first. What do you see as being the easiest thing to find up here?
Angle R.
Yeah, angle R, because we know that out of a triangle there's 180 degrees. Everybody agree with that, of course. And so angle R, thanks Anna, Gretchen, angle R is equal to 180 minus the sum of these two angles. So 40 degrees plus 83 degrees. Okay, and that's, I'm just going to grab my calculator to do that. Okay, so I'm going to go right 180 minus parentheses 40 plus 83, and I get an answer of 57 degrees. Okay, thanks, Gretchen. We got that one, 57 degrees. Now, all right, if we're going to find either side R or side C, we have to know its opposite angle, which we do, right? So, first of all, here's what I like to say. Do you have a pair of opposites? Do you know a pair of opposites? The answer is yes. Do you know a pair of opposites? Right there and right there, okay? I do know a pair of opposites, okay? So to do the law of sines, it's all about knowing opposites. I do have a pair of opposites. I have an angle, and it's opposite. I know those two, okay? So the second thing is, well, Axel, do you want to find little r or little c? Does not matter. Which one do you want to find, little r or little c? Little c, okay, so let's find little c. So if I'm going to find little c, then I'm going to have to use its opposite angle. Okay, it's all about opposites. So let's find angle c. I like to write down the unknown first. It makes it easier to solve. So I'm going to go c over the sine of 40. I'm going to go c over the sine of 40. I'm going to write down, I'm going to write c over the sine of 40. So I'm going to write c over the sine of 40 equals 6 over the sine of 83. Opposites is equal to 6 over the sine of 83. Okay, it's all about opposites. I've got side over the sine of its opposite angle, side over the sine of its opposite angle. That's it. So then it's set up to solve. We'll cross multiply, or I multiply by the sine of 40 because it's just a number, and I'll multiply this side by the sine of 40, and I'm just going to use my calculator. Okay, there's Camille, he's back. So I'm just going to use my calculator and go, what is 6 times the sine of 40? Close your parentheses. Really important to close your parentheses. Make sure you close parentheses, divided by sine of 83. And there it is, 3.88, or about, we'll round it to 3.9, okay? So little c is about 3.88, or, you know, maybe 3.9, okay? Now, if I want to find r, side r, it's the same way. Opposites, right? See my opposites? It's all about opposites. So, how do you think I should set this up? Okay, why don't you you guys take a moment to try and set this problem up like we did this one, okay? Just take a moment to see if you can do it, okay? Try and do it. See if you can set up the problem for r like we did this one, okay? Just take a minute, see if you can get it, okay? And I'm going to do it as soon as you guys get an answer. And I got an answer about 5.06. Okay, let's see if anybody can get that answer, okay? Okay, give me thumbs up. If you get 5.06, give me thumbs up, okay? Okay, got one thumb up. Got two thumbs up. Anna, was that a thumb up? Yeah, good. I got two thumbs up. 5.06. 5.06. Okay, I only got two thumbs up. Anybody else?
What was it?
5.06. 6. I said 6 and wrote 9. Look at me. Actually, if I round it up, 5.07, isn't it? If I round it. Okay. Gretchen, did you get that?
I got 5.03.
Okay. Did you use 3.88? You're good, or 3.9. Yeah, good. You're more accurate. You're more accurate than I am. Okay. Nice. Anybody else get close to 5.1? If we round to 5.1? Anybody? Okay, do you want me to set it up? Let's set it up. It's all about opposites. You guys agree with that? So, I like to write down what I want to find first. I'm going to write the r down. So I'm going to write r over the sine of 57 equals 6 over the sine of 83. Okay, is that what you guys got? Opposites. Side, opposite. I've got r over the sine of 57 equals 6 over the sine of 83. Okay, and then if I cross multiply, sine of 57 multiply by sine of 57. I'm just going to use my calculator. 6, clear. 6 times the sine of 57 divided by the sine of 83, and I get an answer about, oh, didn't like that, but I pushed wrong. Oh, I got all sorts of crud. Hold on, do this again. 6 times the sine of 57 divided by sine of 83, and I get an answer of about 5.07, okay? Or we can round it up maybe about 5.1. How's that? Okay? Anybody get that answer? Let's do the next one, okay? Let's do the next one, okay? Now, I don't know. Selena, give me a 3-letter word. Any 3-letter word.
Top.
Huh? Top. I like top. T-O-P. You notice I don't really like the traditional triangle ABC, do I? Right? So, do you have a pair of opposites? Do you have a pair of opposites? Do you see a pair of opposites? It's all about opposites. You don't. You do not have a pair of opposites. What do you need to know? Angle O. Okay, so let's find angle O. We know 180 degrees, so let's find angle O first. I'm going to go simply 180 minus 82 degrees plus 70 degrees. I'm going to get angle O first, and then I'll have a pair of opposites, okay? All right, 180 minus my 82 plus my 70. And I give it 28 degrees, okay? All right, awesome. Okay, now, do you have a pair of opposites? Yeah. We do, right? And I like to circle them just because for me it's a visual. So here's my opposites. Everybody see that? Well, we still need to find side little t, angle t, little t, and side little p, okay? So I got to find those two. It doesn't matter which one you find first, not at all. So, Anna, what do you want to find? Little t or little p? Doesn't matter. Which one?
T.
T, okay, so little t, and there's my opposites. Always looking for opposites, okay? Always looking for opposites, okay? So let's set it up. I like to write down what I don't know first. I'm going to go ahead and set up little t over the sine of 82. Opposites, right? Opposites. But it's got to be the sine. It's got to be t over the sine of 82 equals 13 over the sine of 28. Opposites. Okay, and then I'm just going to multiply, right? To solve, I'm going to multiply by sine of 82 because I cross multiply. Multiply by sine of 82, and I'm just going to use my calculator. Be careful to close the parentheses. Always close the parentheses. 13 times sine of 82, close my parentheses, divided by sine of 28, close my parentheses, and I get about what did, oh, did I make a mistake? No. So I get about 27.4. Okay, so little t is about 27.4. So I'm going to put that in there. All right, now, I will give you a second, but I want you to solve for little p, okay? See if you can do it, okay? I got about 26. You guys get about 26? Anybody get 26? Give me a thumbs up. Gretchen's got a thumbs up. Arlo, anybody get about 20? I got about 26. Anybody else get about 26? Give me a thumbs up. Grace, did you get 26? Scott? Maddie?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll set it up. So I'm going to set up. It's all about opposites, right? Opposites, opposites, opposite, opposites, opposite, opposites. I'm going to set up p over the sine of 70 equals 13 over the sine of 28. Okay, side over the angle, side over the angle. Okay, right? Side over the side of the angle, side over the side of the angle, right? That's all I'm going to do. And then I'm going to multiply by sine of 70 to simplify, cross multiply, multiply by sine of 70, and I'm just going to use my calculator, which I did, and there it is, about 26. All right, so I get little p is about 26, okay? All right, how am I doing? So this is actually not too bad. Actually, it's easier than what we have up on the board, right? Don't you think it's easier? Yeah. Okay, you guys ready to turn the page? Okay, now, at the same time, we can find area. Okay? There's a really nice little area formula as well. So, if I had to do the traditional, area equals 1/2 base times height, the problem I have is I don't know the height. It's not a right triangle, right? I don't know the height. So I could find the height. I could find the height by using trig, but there's a faster way to do it. Okay? Turns out, and I can prove this or show this to you, is you don't need the height if you have the adjacent side and the other adjacent side to an angle. Okay? Now you notice there's no hypotenuse, is there? There's no hypotenuse. Now take a look at this triangle. Okay? This is not a hypotenuse. That's an opposite. You okay with that? This is not a hypotenuse, that's an opposite. Okay, see the opposite? This is adjacent, and this is adjacent. They're both adjacent. So I got adjacent 1, adjacent 2. Okay, does that make sense? They're both adjacent because they're next to it, right? There's no hypotenuse. So, and there's two adjacent. So what am I going to do? Well, the formula is as easy as this for area. Okay, today's a nice day. You're going to like the formula. So the area formula is as simple as this. Area is equal to 1/2 times adjacent, let's call it adjacent 1 times adjacent 2, because there's two adjacents, right? Adjacent 1, adjacent 2, or whatever, vice versa, times the sine of the angle. That's it. That's the area formula. If you don't know the height, but you have to know the two adjacent sides. So, to find the area of this formula, let's see if we can do it. Area equals 1/2, right? Times, well, what's my adjacent side? What's one of my adjacent sides? 5. And what's my other adjacent side? Times the sine of my angle. What's my angle? That's it. Isn't this easy? So I just type that in, and that will be the area. I mean, I could go through it and solve it the hard way, but why if I have a formula, right? And I get an answer about 12.72 centimeters squared. Isn't that cool? It's actually not hard at all, is it? It's actually fairly easy. Okay, I have a worksheet for us, and I want to do at least the first 4 with you on the worksheet. And then I'll let you guys finish the rest of the worksheet. Stop recording. Stop recording. Stop recording. Stop.